So let's dive right in and get Bootstrap up and running. I'm going to click on my websites folder and create a new folder for chapter 5. Call it Bootstrap. Great. Okay, let's bring in the Bootstrap website. I'd definitely recommend taking a few moments to just click around the Bootstrap website and have a good look at it and read around and look at a few examples of websites that have been built with Bootstrap when you have a few moments online. But for now, we'll just look at how to get it set up. So as with jQuery, there's two ways to install Bootstrap. We can download it to our computer and use the files locally, or we can use what's called a CDN, that's a content delivery network, and link directly to the Bootstrap files online. Either way is fine, but because we're focusing on developing offline here, I'm going to show you the download Bootstrap option. So very simple, click the button. I'm going to save the download in my Bootstrap folder. Great, that's done. And now if we take a look at what's been downloaded, we've actually got a zip file. So I'm going to double click on that zip file to unzip it. And now what we have is a collection of 3 folders, so CSS, fonts, and JavaScript. Let's have a quick look at what's in those folders. So we've got a range of different Bootstrap CSS files to look at there. We won't really need to worry about most of them. The key one is the bootstrap.css file, or indeed the bootstrap.min.css. We saw that with jQuery, that there's a minimized file which just reduces the file size if you don't need to go in and look at and edit the Bootstrap code. Here's our fonts file. We'll be looking at glyph icons later on. They're a very useful way to get nice bits of graphics into your websites very easily. And finally, there's a bit of JavaScript as well. Just 2 files, the main JavaScript file and then a minimized version of that file, which is the one that we'll be using. Okay, I'm going to take these 3 folders and just copy them over to the main Bootstrap folder. There we go, and then I'm going to remove the 2 original files. So we've just got these 3. Great, so we've got our CSS, our fonts, and our JavaScript. Let's get an index.html file up and actually get something working. If we switch back over to Chrome and the Bootstrap website, you can see that they actually give you a basic template to get us started. So it looks very similar to the sort of websites that we've been working with so far. It's just got a HTML doc type at the top and a header area, title of Bootstrap 101 template, and then we've got a link to the Bootstrap CSS file, the minimized one, a basic header 1 tag, and then we've got jQuery installed. Bootstrap actually uses jQuery as a base, so you need to have jQuery installed in your page before Bootstrap will work. And then we've got the Bootstrap JavaScript there. So what we're going to do is copy this, and then we'll switch over to Text Wrangler, create a new file, paste in our code. There it is, and then just save as Bootstrap index.html. Great, there it is. Just have a quick check. The links are all in the correct folder, so it's css/bootstrap.min.css. That's where it is on our installation, and similarly with the JS. So everything should work nicely. Let's get rid of that and resize Chrome, and then we'll open this up in our web browser. There it is. So it doesn't look like much as yet, but you can see that Bootstrap is, the CSS at least, is installed because we've got this nice font here and a slightly off black. Stylistically, it's generally considered better to have a slightly off black, so a dark grey rather than black as your primary text colour on your website. It just looks a little bit nicer, a little bit less stark. Great, so now we've got Bootstrap installed. Let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what we can do with it.